Virgo, welcome back for your mid-month love read. Now, I have pulled clarifiers for each element dependent upon what element sign you're actually dealing with in the love domain. I'm also going to look at your blocks within this reading and see how you can look at it, especially since we have been in retrograde the entire year, in bits and drabs, but quite heavily so. And after the Venus aspect of things, you know, really getting to a wow, we're making it to the end of the year. It's almost the fatigue of not wanting to know what's coming next year, but needing to rest, but really wanting movement. So it's sort of like an oxymoron. Now, in your 3D self connected to your romance, this can be for some of you, you're leaving a direct connection or moving towards one or renewing it in a different spirit. But it is a very passionate energy coming through. So whatever you're wanting to do on the 3D, you're doing it in a very free-spirited way. It can be your vibration has changed. It might be connected to somebody that you haven't talked to in a while, or that you just want to be fancy-free, and there may not be an aspect of communication. Through this process, you're actually gaining some clarity and you're feeling the gratitude. Now, it can be that the gratitude is towards your choices of what you feel is correct for you, but I'll dig deeper and I'll see what else I'm getting, because I know there's more. I don't know why there's more, but I've got this distinct feeling. Okay. You're freeing yourself due to the fact that in a previous situation on the 4D, your intuition, right, your egoic state, in a good or bad state, there was a lack of integrity. Now, this can be on your side or their side, but whatever has happened, and I'm seeing 3 energies for you guys, something didn't go according to plan. Now, with the lack of communication, there may have been, in your mind, time out that you needed or they needed. And although you're still connected, you're not leaving this situation. So it's weird. It might be you had a separation, but you still felt that spiritual connection. But there was time out nevertheless. Now, in your 5D state, you know that regardless of being a free spirit on your side or theirs, and anything that has transpired between the two of you, it is part of your spiritual path in life, not just to this connection you're in or wanting to inquire about, but your life in general to the core, that you're on the correct path. Now, when I'm saying that, sometimes we feel we're not, but our higher self did pick this path in life. So whatever we picked, it was because we could directly handle it, and we hate hearing that after the fact. We're like, it's like you're having a crappy day and someone tells you, hey, it's your scarred path, you picked it in a previous life. Shoot the messenger, okay? You don't feel that great after the fact of situations, but what I am being shown is your higher consciousness knows that this is what's best. So everything that you've had, everything you've been through, it is for a bigger purpose, and you will be grateful. Connected to this lack of communication and the timeout you've dealt with, what it has given you and what it's going to give you is a deep spiritual connection. But also it's asking you to look at the spiritual connection between the two of you, how you directly mirrored each other in ebbs and flows, you know, with this. Be it you are together, or you had a separation and you're reacting perhaps now. You've seen an aspect of how you reacted in the connection, or they reacted in the connection. Again, this can be a person who you have just met and you feel this deep spiritual connection to. And you're sort of saying your past tense life is helping you connect with this person and giving this beautiful gift. It is going to come out of left field. It will be a surprise. You won't believe it. That's all I'm going to say. Now, if you're dealing with an earth sign, they're really getting a balance in their life. There is a balance there. They can be changing their tunes with this connection. For those of you who knew this person previously or are in this connection with them, this is the message that's coming through. There is a balance happening in their life. Now, if there's a delay and there is time out, it's due to them creating a balance within their life. I'm also hearing within the month, some of you will have contact. Maybe even within, well, technically we're mid-month, within 2 weeks as well. 2 weeks to 30 days. There will be balance, movement, or communication. Those of you who are dealing with Air signs. They can be a bit emotional due to maybe separation, if you had a separation. Also in returning or dealing with life and, you know, having that lack of communication or crosswise or whatever happened, it did make them emotional, but something's moving them. But this is more in a positive sense than a negative sense now. Fire signs. I feel for the fire signs it may have been, and this can go both ways, so energies can swap, okay? It might have been that they come to a place that they didn't want certain changes to happen, but it did, and they're becoming humble. They're not knowing that this is part of their spiritual growth. They're very 3D in the way they're looking at things, or this can be you, but I'm feeling it's them. They're very 3D in the way they see things, and the timeout might have been due to that factor. Something on the 3D is blocking them from having that complete transformation, but I do feel it may be fatigue or toxic people around them. Whenever I tune into a toxic energy, I tend to yawn. There's toxic people or an old toxic energy. This could have been the integrity factor within the connection. But they're coming with gifts. So it will end up being a gift to them, this transformation they have. But it's a temporary download they're having. So it is moving. But you're going to have to be patient with this particular one because they're a little bit blocked, but it's not saying it's not moving. It's more they're undergoing a transformation, so it may come across as slightly egoic. I'll leave it at that. Water signs, they're not giving in. They're being a bit stubborn. Again, I'm going to pull a clarifier for them because that's an interesting thing coming through. The timeout may be, I feel either your energy or their energy is what it is, but I feel if they have lacked integrity connected to you, and it's directly affected this connection. It might be in the way they communicate or dealt with, or, you know, anything to that degree, or vice versa. It can be two things, that they're directly not giving up on you, yes, because communication's coming in, or that there was timeout due to two stubborn frequencies, or one or the other, where just no communication was there. But they haven't given up on you. It's more, they didn't surrender into it. They stood their ground. They had to go through an energy similar to you, and you got lots of messages coming in, okay? Communication and messages. So if they were the one that lacked the integrity, the communication's coming through. If it was you, still regardless, they're going to talk. So if you're wanting to reach out to them and you think, oh, are they going to reach out to me? Are they going to communicate? It's saying, in fact, yes, they will. So try and see how it goes this month. If you are needing a booking, you can go to the link directly below. Have a very safe new year, and I will see you in January.